we've made it to Friday. Finally Friday. What's going on, Middle Tennessee? I'm Chris Yao, and this is Mornings on Main Street. So glad to be with you here on this beautiful, beautiful Friday. Look at all that great traffic downtown Nashville. It is a live look at Broadway. As you can see, so many folks getting to their respective parking places to get into work. We've got folks on scooters. We've got folks unloading into getting ready to start their 10 o'clock shows on Broadway. It's just going to be a fantastic day. I cannot wait for this show, and I cannot wait for tonight. It's Friday Night Football. We had some football last night, got a lot going on. And the weather held out last night. So at least down here in southern Middle Tennessee, I know a few spots got a couple of pop-up showers tonight. What can we expect? Well, to tell us, we have Justin Kulik. What's up, Justin?
Hello. Thank you for the intro there, Chris. How's it going?
Oh man, I'm not as good as the folks on that party tractor right there, because I know they're having a good time.
Gearing up, they're gassing up, ready to go
at 10 o'clock in the morning. They're just ready. Let's go. Woo already.
Exactly. So today's weather is brought to you by Rory Meat Service, whether it be bologna, ribs, mac and cheese, or even an RC Cola. You can find it at Rory's Meat Service, your local meat shop in Nashville, Tennessee. They have great staff. Everybody's super attentive, and you can even bring home meat to grill because they have raw meat to go. I'm getting pretty good at that read, I would say. But
raw meat to go.
Yeah, raw meat to go. Go to Rory Meat Service for me and Chris are going to go down there sometime this week. Maybe this weekend you can grab some SF Fernando quesadillas.
Dude, I mean, this is the perfect weekend. It's the opening weekend of college football season. You got Vanderbilt in Hawaii. It's the perfect weekend to grill, and it's going to be a great weekend. So you might as well go ahead and get down there.
Absolutely. Yes, please. And as far as today's weather, Chris, you were mentioning it, and I don't know if it's going to come into fruition, but as far as the high and lows, the low is going to be 73 tonight. The high is going to be 89. The showers are they're running at about 20% throughout the day. It dips down to 8% overnight, but I don't know, it just seems like, so yesterday, me and Billy and George, we broadcasted George's show from Father Ryan, and I was on my way there, and it wasn't raining and everything. There was nothing. It was a clear day all day long. As soon as my wheels touched down on the campus of Father Ryan, it just started torrential downpouring.
What?
Yeah.
That's brutal.
Like, I know, it was a bad omen, It's like I brought the rain with me. But it ended up stopping, thank goodness. But
so I was scrolling through social media, as I want to do, Justin. And I noticed someone asked about, people in the South. We don't look at this. Well, this is not something that you would report in the weather report, but in other parts of the country, specifically the Northeast, they care a lot about the UV index.
Do they?
And like today's UV index is 8 out of 10. And I feel like that's really high. I mean, like, I don't know what that means specifically, right, but it doesn't sound good.
It's getting up there to the top, floor. It can't go much higher.
That's what I'm saying. Like, does this mean like stay out of the sun? Does it mean, make sure you've got your UV protection sunglasses on? Like, what exactly does this mean? I just don't know.
Oh man, that is a very, very solid point.
And people who are moving here from other parts of the country, they're like, why don't they say anything about the UV index on the news? And I'm like, we don't even know what that means. What is UV?
That hasn't trended this way yet.
UV is a great part of the alphabet, but my favorite part is Elemento. What is the Elemento index? That's what I want to know.
That's what we really care about here in Nashville.
That's all I'm asking. I just don't know. So
anyway. Oh man, that's good.
I like to learn. That's all I'm saying. I like to learn.
Is it bad? Like, if it's bad here, is it bad? Where's the extent of where it's bad?
That's a good question too. Like, I mean, obviously it's an 8 out of 10 here, but if there's cloud cover, then it's probably going to be less, right? Because I don't know.
Goodness, I'm crying. That's so
I'm
good.
just, I just don't. I mean, it's a great way to start a Friday. We're just trying to learn stuff. So if you have an idea as to what the UV index means, please feel free to leave it in the comments. I'd be happy to read it and bring it to you on air.
Oh my goodness, yes, please.
So Justin,
I can't even begin to know real quick on that real fast. I can't even like guess what the U and the V stand for, but go ahead with what you were saying.
I assume it has to do with like,
Ultraviolet.
You want to make that's exactly what it is. But yeah, that's what it is. But it's like how, I mean, does that mean I need to wear sunscreen if I'm out in the sun for a particularly long time? Am I more susceptible to skin cancer if I'm in the sun on an 8 out of 10 day than I am on a 6 out of 10 day?
Is it worse when it goes down or up?
I don't know. I assume the higher is worse.
That would make sense because it's out of 10, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's just, this isn't golf.
Funny, nothing else is, like nothing else does the score that way.
Golf is completely. Well, I was watching someone the other night. It may have been Henry Cho, where he says, there's just not a lot of scoring in soccer. Well, there's not a lot of scoring in football either. You guys just make up points. It's 21-14. No, it's 3-2.
It's so true.
You just make up random points. That's not how it works.
I do like soccer, so this joke doesn't, reflect on my opinion of soccer. But I was listening to Daniel Tosh, and he was like, why do people like soccer? You go to the game and everybody's quiet, nobody scores, and then you're like, hey, how much time is left? And they're like, shh, it's a secret. I'm out.
It's true though. I don't know. It's time. One, they count up.
Right.
Two, I mean, you could just be tooling along out there, kicking the ball around. Next thing you know, the game over. Like, how do you know? You don't. It's a little ridiculous. I'm not gonna lie. That's neither here nor there. Anyway, let's go over some high school football scores from last night. We've got Billy Derrick coming up. Is it Billy? Is Billy coming on or?
Oh, yeah. Let me. Yes.
Okay, just making sure. Like, we're supposed to have Billy Derrick coming on later. We'll talk about what he's got going on. He's over at Father Ryan, or will be over at Father Ryan later this evening with Justin and George Plaster and Zach Womble, who will be bringing you Friday Night Live. So that should be a lot of fun.
Yes.
Last night, Harpeth down to Cheatham County 40-0. In overtime, it was Dixon County falling to Columbia Central 14-13. Columbia Central went for 2 and the win in overtime and succeeded. Big win there for Bobby Sharp and the Lions. DCA 51-6 winners over Ezel Harding in their first year back to 11-man football. Good Pasture held on late 14-12 over Nashville Christian. It was Hunters Lane 33, Sycamore 7. Portland, Justin, I told you we'd find out a little bit about Liberty Creek
game of the day
this week, and it was not a great night for the Wolves. 49-14 losers to Portland, but Portland, again, the Panthers very good. Ravenwood 56-3 over BGA. So Battleground Academy felt the wrath of Ravenwood after that loss last week to NBA. Ravenwood had something to prove and certainly went out and did it against BGA. Smyrna, 3 pick sixes, Justin. 3 pick sixes.
Cookies.
And that was the difference in the game. It was a 21-point win. A 21-point win, 33-12. So those 3 pick sixes were the difference in the ball game.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, I would hope, 3 pick sixes would make an impact, but that is funny. Or, I mean, not funny, but it's crazy that it was the only score.
Yeah, I mean, those are that was the difference. I mean, if you take those 3 pick sixes away, who knows? Rockville's defense might have held.
Sure.
Clearly they did the rest of the night.
Yeah.
So I actually picked that game to be 14-13. So I expected the
Really?
two defenses to have a really good game. I just didn't expect Smyrna to score 3 times on defense. That is not what I saw in Mo's crystal ball. But see, I have to look at it sideways.
Right. Exactly. Squint a little bit.
So yeah, and I have to kind of tilt my head and squint, and it's a little difficult. So sometimes it just doesn't work out.
Do you think it was? I mean, obviously the defense has played well. Do you think the offense was playing well as well and just got shut down, or do you think they?
Yeah, I mean, Smyrna had a great week last week on offense, and Rockville did too. So but I just expected that both of these teams, who are they're very ground and pound, very tough offensive teams. I mean, they like to run the football. I expected both teams to kind of shorten the game a little bit. Clearly, Rockville should have run it at least 3 more times. I probably shouldn't have thrown those 3 passes. Bear Bryant used to say, when you throw the ball, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them ain't good. So he's not wrong.
It's a good point. Very good point.
So and then finally, White House 2018 winners over Greenbrier. So there you have it. Those are the football scores from last night. You can find out more about those games and the games coming up tonight at 2:00. We've got Main Street Sports today. Maurice Patton and I will be finishing up our previews of SEC football. We've got Kevin Ingram today from Vanderbilt. That's exciting. Talk about tomorrow's game down or over in Hawaii. We'll also, of course, give you our bold predictions and hot takes for college football. So it's the last Friday before the season starts. We got to tell you what we think is going to happen. So all of that coming up at Main Street Sports today. More sports coming up later this show because we have Billy Derrick who's going to join us, and he's going to tell us about what's going on tonight at Father Ryan with Friday Night Live. So please stick around with us. We're going to take a quick break. Our top 3 news stories of the day coming your way right after this on Mornings on Main Street. This is Main Street Media Television.
The high school football season is here, and nobody handles Friday nights better than Main Street Media. Here's Zach Womble with details.
That's the name of the game here at Main Street Media and Main Street Preps. Is we've been doing this for a long time now, and I think you hit on it. We've got an army of reporters across all of Middle Tennessee. I think there's about 130 schools in the Middle Tennessee area, and we try to cover all of them. We cover about 11, 12 counties at this point. And those Friday night shows, it's we're gonna show that off. We're gonna showcase the talent that we have on the field with reporters across several mid-state games on the weekly basis. So whether you're in Williamson County, whether you're in Giles County or Murray County or Montgomery or Robertson or anywhere in between, we're gonna have you covered from 6 to 11.
Friday Night Live is presented by the Tennessee Highway Safety Office, where fans don't let fans drive drunk.
Buddy Allen, it's a tradition. Come on into our store. Buddy Allen, it's a heritage for 40 years and more. What makes a house kind of special? Close friends walking in the door, flowers blooming in the springtime, and little children playing on a Buddy Allen floor.
Jody Jones Dentistry can handle all your dental needs, from the basics to cosmetic procedures. All of this in the nicest dental facility I have ever seen. Jody has done it right. They're located conveniently at 55 Music Square East. And for an appointment, it's simple. Dial 615-259-5100 and tell them Plaz sent you.
This is Eric Berner with Rockcastle Wealth Advisors. I help people in the pursuit of making their money live as long as they do. People hire me because I use a customized, individualized, personal approach for the person I'm working with. Everyone's situation is different. One area I can help with is if you are newly or nearly retired, or maybe have changed jobs and have an old 401k account. You may need more information to help you clearly understand your options. Call me at 615-235-1058 or email Eric at rockcastlewealth.com.
For Dustin Timmons and Joey Donnelly, they welcome every opportunity to serve and satisfy their clients. Whether you are looking to build your dream home or renovate your current home, their team will ensure that every client and remodel is unique, luxurious, completed on time, and within budget. Contact them today to set an appointment for a free consultation or to view some of their completed projects by logging on to DonnellyTimmons.com.
This is attorney Bart Durham, and this is me. I'm Aaliyah. Keeping in good physical condition is really important to me. But when I had a wreck with a tractor trailer truck that hurt my legs so bad I couldn't work for almost a year, I knew I needed a lawyer that understood tractor trailer cases. So I called Bart. Bart gets millions of dollars for his clients every year.
At Bart Durham Injury Law, we've handled hundreds of tractor trailer cases.
My dad and I want to help. Give us a call at 615-242-9000.
Oh, it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. A beautiful day for a neighbor. Make sure to get out and enjoy the fantastic weather that we are having here in Middle Tennessee. What a beautiful day. Thank you guys for joining us here on Mornings on Main Street. Again, I'm Chris Yao, Justin Kulik joining me as always. What a fantastic day it is, Justin.
You like that trolley dinging in that song there?
Oh man!
As the trolley goes by,
that was well done. I mean, he didn't even plan that, and
I didn't,
And there you go. That's how good you are. You can make it's like you knew that trolley was coming.
Exactly. Like I pinpointed the song in the trolley. I called the trolley guy beforehand. It was a whole thing.
Do you know? And this is more useless knowledge with Chris Yao this morning.
I was talking to my dad about that. Sidebar real quick. I was talking to my dad about that yesterday. It was hilarious. I was like, he knows so much stuff.
Just random things that make no sense. Do you know where the first citywide trolley system was built?
I'm going to guess San Francisco because that's where my parents were from.
San Francisco is a great guess because obviously they still use theirs. But no, Montgomery, Alabama.
How about that?
Which is really weird because, they're known for, buses.
I did not know that.
It's kind of ironic. So
what kind of why are they known for buses?
Well, Rosa Parks.
Oh, right.
So yeah, I mean,
buses on the map.
So there you go. I mean, it's interesting that Montgomery, yeah. Then they took all the cables or all the trolley tracks up. So sad day.
So they invented it.
I don't know. That was just. It was probably just easy to do in Montgomery.
Oh, okay.
They had a lot of land, a lot of space.
They don't use them anymore?
No. But that's where the first one was. Nice. Anyway, there's more useless knowledge.
We should have a jingle for that.
We really should. It's like we got TikTok drama and useless knowledge with Chris.
Fire extinguishers? You've come to the right place.
If you're curious how fire extinguishers work, I know a guy. He can tell you.
I have an oddly specific person for this.
That's a great line. I have a certain set of skills.
I will find it, and I can show you.
Oh, let's get into our top three. Why don't we? And I hate to go into such a serious mode after this, but we do need to get to our top three stories. Our top story today comes from the Metro Council. Hours after the Tennessee's full abortion ban went into effect, 6 members of Metro Council have proposed a new $500,000 fund to support Nashville residents who wish to travel out of the state for an abortion and to expand access to sex education and safe sex supplies. Council members Freddie O'Connell and Delisha Porterfield announced the plan during a news conference in front of the Metro Courthouse on Thursday, alongside council members Sandra Sepulveda, Jenny Welsh, and Bob Mendez. Councilmember Emily Benedict will also co-sponsor, but was not present on Thursday. Today is forced birthday here in Tennessee, Porterfield said. And while it is a terrible day here in Tennessee, it is a day that has filled us with anger. We are not without hope. The group proposes $500,000 to help offset costs of Nashville residents seeking abortions outside Tennessee, expand access to comprehensive sex education, and expand availability to safe sex supplies like condoms. Metro would distribute resources at community centers and other similar locations. Legislation formally proposing the fund will be filed later this week. Funding will be appropriated from the already approved Metro operating budget passed by the Metro Council earlier this year. Funds for abortion travel would be distributed in the form of a grant to Planned Parenthood, which is already providing gas cards and hotel vouchers to patients seeking abortions outside of Tennessee. The nearest states with the less restricted abortion access are Illinois and Virginia. Mayor John Cooper's office supports the proposal and is helping to identify funding that could be redirected to the initiative, Director of Legislation Mike Jameson said, which could be a complicated task. Every penny is spoken for in the budget, quite literally every penny of nearly $3 billion. So finding $500,000, it's not the flip of a hat, Jameson said. That's a difficult assignment, but we'll do it. Metro is required to maintain a fund balances for each department according to state law. It also can't reallocate federal Title X to the fund, as they are barred by federal law from going toward family planning services that include abortion. That eliminates fund reallocation from the Metro Health Department. Moving to Smyrna, the town of Smyrna's police chief, Kevin Arnold, has announced his retirement after 33 years. The department announced this news in a release yesterday. He has been chief since 2007. Arnold began his career with the Smyrna Police Department in 1989 as a patrol officer. He worked many assignments, including investigations, and was promoted to major in 1994. He graduated from the FBI's National Academy in 1997 and was appointed assistant chief that same year. On April 4, 2007, Arnold was appointed as chief of the police department. Arnold has also been the president of the Tennessee Association of Chiefs of Police, a board member of the Rutherford County 911 Board, and a board member of the Child Advocacy Center. In 2020, he received the Tennessee Association of Chiefs of Police Joe Casey Award, which is presented annually to honor a police chief. Arnold is a graduate of Middle Tennessee State University's Criminal Justice Program. He began his career in law enforcement as an officer for the MTSU Police Department, and after graduation in 1982, he began working for the Rutherford County Sheriff's Office, where he served for 7 years. Smyrna Mayor Mary Esther Reed said in the release, quote, "Chief Arnold is a true example of a public servant. He makes his employees, the community, and public service a priority by showing leadership, dedication, and commitment to the profession." Congratulations. Always nice to see somebody who's spent, 30 plus years in be able to retire. That's cool. I mean,
Absolutely.
good for him. Good for
I
him.
agree. I like the word retire. Just anybody that can do it, shout out.
There's that. This business does not allow that most of the time. So
we can't walk away from the game.
It's really hard. I mean, this is difficult to do. So I feel you. In southern Middle Tennessee news, the Maury County Historical Society is seeking pre-orders for a specialty car tag, which highlights Maury County and is serving as a fundraiser for the 501c3 nonprofit organization. Eric Prevetti, president of the organization, said this is the second time he's attempted to have this car tag approved, but in 2017 failed due to a lack of pre-orders. This time, he said, the tag has become quite popular. For those who don't like the new tag, this is an alternative, and it's gained some popularity, he said. Everyone that's seen this tag is excited about the opportunity to get something other than the blue tag. Which, by the way, how do you feel about the blue tag?
I don't know. I kind of like it, but then I don't know. It's just like, I guess I didn't notice.
What color is your car?
It's white.
See, that's why the blue tag looks good on our cars.
Yeah, that's true.
It pops off but I mean, if you've got like a black car, it really doesn't look good.
Oh yeah, black and blue, never.
Exactly. So I can see how some people may not like this tag, the new tag.
Yeah, the blue one for sure. This one's cool though.
This tag is really cool. Pravetti said he doesn't have a problem with the new tag necessarily. It just depends on what your car looks like and if it matches. This tag, however, at least benefits the preservation of local history if it doesn't match. We're all about the preservation of buildings, cemeteries, documents, books, and things like that to do with Maury County, he said. The main source of funding for the organization currently comes from interest drawn off the sale of the Vine Hill Mansion several years ago. But with so many buildings and cemeteries getting older, the group wants to do more if it can. It's a fundraiser in the way that a portion of the tag fee will come to us each year, and we will use that to award grants to help the preservation of buildings and cemeteries and other functions that promote history in the county. The tag is a light beige color, as you see there, with a drawing of the clock tower from the historic Maury County Courthouse. The rendering is a piece from Susan Jones, who Pravetti said was reluctant to draw the building. I wanted to spotlight the Maury County Courthouse. It's the most photographed and notable building in the county. Susan Jones drew the tower for the tag, but it took me 3 years to talk her into doing it, and she did a fabulous job, Pravetti said. In order to get the specialty tag approved, legislation must be introduced and passed in the state Congress. So Representative Scott Cepicky and Senator Joey Hensley were instrumental in getting the design passed, Pravetti said. For the tag to actually be printed, there must be a pre-order of at least 1,000 tags, something Pravetti was unable to do in 2017 when he first attempted this endeavor. The cost for the pre-order is just $35 and is fully refundable if the number is not met by June 30th of 2023. The thing that's working in our favor right now is the state has waived its portion of the tag fee. So if we can sell the tags, have them produced, and hear it before the end of June next year, everyone will save $25 per tag, Pravetti said. To pre-order the tag, just visit historicmaury.com or historicmaury.com. It's pronounced Murray down here for those of you who don't know. It's not Maury, it's Murray.
Not Maury Povich.
It's not Maury. So I had a buddy who said, what county is this? I just get this vision of Maury Povich just walking around asking people, are you the father?
That's hilarious.
Yeah, I guess that makes a little sense. But yeah, there you go. That is your top 3 stories of the day, Justin.
That was solid. Good reporting there.
On top of everything else that we have going on, obviously, we're talking a little bit about high school football here in the next segment, but got a lot going on this weekend. So we're going to take a look ahead to what's happening this weekend. We will check in with Mrs. Cheap, who has a great piece in Main Street Publications across the way, and looking forward to that. So please stick around here with us on Mornings on Main Street. We'll be right back on Main Street Media Television.
Hi, this is Melissa Hoisington, Regional Crisis Director from Volunteer Behavioral Health. Disasters can affect everything in your life, including your emotional health. Help is available during these uncertain times. The Tennessee Recovery Project is a free, supportive resource for adults and children who have experienced the effects of natural or human-caused disasters. Specialists are available for counseling by phone or in person. For free, confidential service, please call 833-954-2424. The hotline is open 7 days a week, 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. Move forward with the help from the Tennessee Recovery Project.
Do you love bacon? I mean, do you really love bacon? Who doesn't, right? The 3rd annual Murfreesboro Bacon Fest is coming up Saturday, September 10th. Admission and parking are free. The Bacon Festival will feature live music, food, and craft vendors. And did I say bacon? You can ride a mechanical hog ride. Visit the Kids Zone with free inflatables. There will also be hourly raffles with great prizes and an opportunity to purchase Bacon Festival merchandise. And did I say bacon? Yeah, there will even be a bacon eating contest. Visit the 3rd annual Murfreesboro Bacon Festival Facebook page for all the details.
When you're thinking about golf, consider Riverside Golf Links. Under new ownership, the course has improved dramatically. It's now 27 holes, complemented by a 9-hole executive course. Book a tee time now at 615 847-5074 and get ready to enjoy the beauty of golf in the Old Hickory area at Riverside Golf Links.
Welcome to the Omni Nashville Hotel. Urban elegance with a vintage touch. Our 800-room hotel opened up in the fall of 2013 with 746 guest rooms and 54 suites.
Buddy Allen, it's a tradition. Come on into our store. Buddy Allen, it's a heritage for 40 years and more. What makes a house kind of special? Close friends walking in the door. Flowers blooming in the springtime and little children playing on a Buddy Allen floor.
This is Eric Berner with Rockcastle Wealth Advisors. I help people in the pursuit of making their money live as long as they do. People hire me because I use a customized, individualized, and personal approach for the person I'm working with. Everyone's situation is different. If you've lost a spouse or a parent and want to make sure your inheritance is utilized and does not just disappear, I can help with that. Call me at 615-235-1058 or email eric@rockcastlewealth.com.
Yes, a beautiful day in Nashville as you take a look live downtown Broadway. Folks crossing the street getting ready to start their weekend, and I hope you're getting ready to start your weekend as well. It's going to be a fantastic weekend, and starting with high school football tonight. Of course, if you are looking for the best coverage of high school football, look no further than Main Street Media. MainStreetPreps.com has you covered. We'll have game stories, video highlights, live coverage on Friday Night Live, but you can also visit MainStreetPreps.com, which will get you, when you wake up in the morning, you'll see stories from across the mid-state. You'll see game stories. You'll see, like I said, video highlights and much, much more. It's going to be a fantastic day. Looking forward to it, and looking forward to tonight with Friday Night Live featuring Zach Womble, George Plaster, and Billy Derrick. They'll be coming to you live from Father Ryan, and looking forward to that. Justin.
Yo.
You know, every year when high school football starts, I get excited because it's one of my favorite times of the year.
Definitely.
But then I blink and it's over.
Yeah, for sure. I feel the same way about the NFL season. I need to get more into high school football because when I was in school, I went to Lebanon. BDP have a lot of Blue Devil pride, but we went 1-9 every season.
They're much better now.
I know. And
that's unfortunate for you.
I know. And I'm not hating again. I bleed blue. But man,
it's rough. It makes it more difficult. I agree with you.
High school.
Look, when I was in school, my freshman year, we were very, very good. We went 10-0 in the regular season, won the first round of the playoffs, and then in the second round of the playoffs, we were winning 15-6 at halftime against Hazelwood, who at the time had won 10 state championships, which was a state record. They had won the most state championships in the history of the state.
Like leading up to this point?
Leading up to this point. So we're winning 15-6 at halftime. They come back and beat us 19-15. And so we lose. We went 11-1 that year.
Did you play?
I was on the sideline. I was a freshman. So
I meant like, were you on the team? My fault.
Yeah, no, I just watched. We had several guys. We had guys that went to Troy, guys that went to Mississippi State. We were a 1A school. We were very small. Gotcha. And the average score in the 3rd, 4th, and 5th and state championship game for Hazelwood was 35-12. They beat everybody else just handily, including the state championship game.
Wow.
So
Okay,
the real state championship game for me, in my opinion, was certainly that second round game
There you go.
against us. So yeah, it was cool. And then that was their 11th straight championship or 11th state championship, not straight, but state record. So anyway, and then we were okay my sophomore year, and we were not good my junior year, and my senior year we went 3-9. But I'm sorry, not 3-7. But we did win homecoming. So there you go.
That's a good one. See, I went to every football game. I was in the bleachers because I was a golfer. But
yeah,
I cheered them on, and the one game I couldn't go to because of work, they won. So
perhaps you should have stayed home more often. I'm just saying.
Speaking about that, did you remember last year, or it was 2 years ago actually, when there was a Chiefs fan, a Kansas City Chiefs fan was at the game where they came back and beat the Texans in that playoff game.
Mhm.
It was like, I don't know, 42-7, and they came back. So that fan left at halftime. And then, the second half, Pat Mahomes
Right.
did what he did. And so he put it on Twitter, and it apparently got like really viral. And Kansas City Chiefs official Twitter account added the fan and was like, "We'll give you season tickets next year if you don't come to any more games this year."
That's hilarious. Look, I'm. Are you one of those superstitious?
I mean, I don't know. I guess
fans?
if it's blatant, if it's something that I don't know, I could be swayed to be.
I mean, I personally am. I'm not superstitious, but I'm a little stitious.
Yeah.
And
mini stitches.
But I'm a baseball guy. Baseball is my
Right.
first
Oh, yeah.
love. And baseball people are the most superstitious sports fans in all of the world.
My best friend Michael Camp, he is a huge baseball guy. His uncle's actually Todd Helton, and he is the weirdest dude about that kind of thing. He wouldn't cut his hair. He wouldn't shower.
That's just how it works.
Right.
That's just how it works.
You know, firsthand,
So
it is weird.
you have to. I mean, go look at the movie. I think it's Little Big League, where they all get back in the same seats, and then they do the leg crossing thing where they stomp, cross the leg or whatever. It's like everybody's got to do the same thing. It's insane.
Yeah. Did you ever have anything like that?
I never did anything specifically like that, other than, make sure that we were in the same seats if we were in a rally or something like that.
Right.
But I never had my own little superstitions.
I gotcha.
Just
personal ones.
Yeah, no, I mean, I didn't really do a whole lot when I wasn't playing sports. I mean, I was decent, but I played, but I wasn't like a starter on basketball team or anything. I did play, I was
laughing because I'm the same exact way.
Well, I mean, so ironically, I was the sixth man on our high school basketball team, but I was the only person on the team to play college basketball.
Hey, boom.
So the other guys,
your card would be better. Your
that's right. My resume.
Card.
Yeah, my little trading card. But,
yeah, exactly.
But we did have a freshman on the team who wound up playing and being very good football player for Samford. So,
well, you were their teammate, right?
That's right. I was their
Who's
teammate.
to say that you didn't influence that a little bit?
Not only was his teammate, but he lived with us. So,
oh man, influence from everywhere.
It was definitely me, and it was those car rides to the school every morning.
You pushed it, yeah.
But anyway, big night for high school football tonight. Speaking of Lebanon, Justin, your Blue Devils will get a chance to take on their rival Wilson Central tonight.
Oh yeah,
big.
It is big. It is huge because we don't love Wilson Central.
How big is that game really?
So it's pretty huge. It's for me, not being on the team, and both at the time both Wilson Central and Lebanon were not fantastic. So it was kind of just like a toilet bowl kind of thing. So it was really student section versus student section in my mind.
Gotcha.
You know, like because we all knew them. I mean, I golfed with
Sure.
those guys every single day, and they knew us. And yeah, it just was a mess sometimes. The rivalry in that sense, yes, but I don't know.
Yeah. So the cheering.
games
No,
were.
we had one of those too. I feel you. Like, I mean, we had a particular school that we would. I mean, our student sections nearly got into fights after the game.
Exactly. It's just because we know
I
them.
went to a private Christian school. Like,
Right.
we were going at it. So I get you.
Right.
Big games tonight at Father Ryan. Like I said, that's where you'll find George Plaster, Billy Derrick, Zach Womble, and Justin Kulik. They host Brentwood tonight. So it's going to be, if nothing else, and I mentioned this on our show, the uniforms tonight will be elite uniform game, because Brentwood has that blue and the gold, and it looks really good. And so that's what I like, that's what I like to see.
Yeah.
But we also have Beach at Henry County. Henry County coming off a big win over Summit. And, obviously Beach is perennial.
We didn't like
powerhouse.
Beach either.
Well, and
Lebanon.
Beach lost at Farragut last week. So they're looking to bounce back. But they've got to go to Henry County. So that's going to be a really interesting ball game as well.
Yeah.
Other games of note, if you are looking for high school football, you can check out Franklin at Page, which is always a big game. They didn't play for like 40 something years, and now they've played. I think this is the second year in a row. You'll definitely want to see. That's a huge rivalry game, much like Lebanon Wilson Central.
Right.
Spring Hill at Summit, the battle for the hill. Spring Hill folks feeling like they might have a chance now that the Wade twins are gone and they've lost a little swagger over on the Williamson County side of Spring Hill. Waverly hosting its first football game in Waverly. Actually, no, they hosted last week. I apologize. This is their second home game since the flood. Columbia Academy travels over there. I don't think that's a good thing. That's not a good place to be if you are Columbia Academy. I mean, I feel like the Waverly's got a lot to play for when they're on their home field, right?
Right. Exactly.
I mean, I feel like there's a lot to play for if you're Waverly. So, let's see what else. Mount Juliet Christian at Friendship Christian. I feel like that's a rivalry in and of itself. So
we also weren't fans of Mount Juliet. I know that's Mount Juliet Christian, different school, but we also weren't fans of the. Come to think of it, we just didn't like people that beat us, I guess.
Which was everybody.
Exactly.
Darn you teams that beat. We hate everyone.
Yeah. Just let us win a couple. We beat Hendersonville, but they were so good at golf.
There you go.
So good at golf.
Billy Derrick joins us now, and I want to ask him. But Billy, thanks for coming on with us real quick, man.
Sorry, now he's on. Here you go, Billy.
Sure thing, guys. How we doing?
Hey, Billy.
Hey, real quick, I know you guys, and I obviously while I'm covering games, I can't listen, so I hate that. But I would love to be able to hear you guys, but my understanding is you guys are kind of going around and listening to other games, radio broadcasts throughout the night. Is that accurate?
Yeah. So we, I think we did 3 last week. We did JP2 on WHIN radio. We listened in to 104.5 for their game of the week, Gallatin and Mount Juliet, for a little bit last week. I think we checked out NBA's broadcast as well. We heard a little bit of Joe Fisher on 560 WNSR. So we were kind of radio station hopping last week. It was definitely fun. And I think that's an aspect that, say there's, we can keep track of a game. There's a team marching in the red zone. We throw it on that radio station. We let somebody listen. So kind of like a high school football red zone channel almost.
Yeah. And that's something that that Main Street did last year. Called it the whip around and that sort of thing. And it's a really cool thing. It's very unique to what we do here at Main Street. What are some of the games that you expect to be able to tap into tonight?
Yeah, so tonight, obviously, we're going to be here at Father Ryan and for their game, Main Street Prep's game of the week, Father Ryan and Brentwood. So we'll be able to kind of live report from that one. But really looking forward to CPA and Brentwood Academy. That'll be on 104.5 The Zone. That is their game of the week. Will Bowling does a tremendous job at 104.5. So that'll be at Brentwood Academy, CPA and Brentwood Academy. And so honestly, Chris, I've been so busy with Georgia's show, I honestly have not been able to take a good enough look at.
Gotcha. Okay.
I'm really excited, like I said, about CPA Brentwood Academy. So I would really we'll be checking into that one. Zach Womble is also looking forward, to Gallatin, how they bounce back after last week, their big win, see if they can keep that going. So, really looking forward to I would say CPA and Brentwood Academy tonight.
Yeah, I mentioned I didn't mention Gallatin at Blackman, which is a huge game, especially with Blackman coming off the loss last week to Brentwood and Gallatin getting that big win. Then Beach at Henry County also up in Sumner County. I think that's going to be a big one too. Curious to see how Green Hill bounces back against Kenwood as well. So there's a lot of great football games. Early in the season, you get these non-region matchups. Very few region matchups early. There are a couple: Station Camp, Hillsboro, Cane Ridge, Antioch, because there are some non-team regions out there. But these early games are when you kind of find out what you're made out of, aren't they?
Oh, no doubt. I mean, we saw some huge games last week. There were games, like CPA Independence right out of the gate. And that's a huge game for both teams. Of course, CPA was able to win it. But Zach and I were talking about, the show last week, how for a lot of these teams, week one is the most important week. If you can start off strong and start your season on a good note, that's just high school football. I think that's what separates it from college, NFL. You start the season 1-0 in high school. You only got, how many games you got, Chris? Is it eight in a season?
No, you'll have 10 regular season games. Okay. Most people have 6 to 8 region games, though.
Right. So in reality, 6 to 8 region games. If you can win, say your first game's an out of division game. Say you get that win, that kind of starts you off on the right foot. So there were some games last week where I was sitting there. It's crazy. They were playing in week one a game like NBA and Ravenwood. I mean, I told Zach NBA's win over Ravenwood last week was the most impressive performance from any team. I mean, putting up almost 50 points against a good Ravenwood team. People forget Ravenwood last night, they beat BGA. I think it was like 56-3 or something like that. Yeah. So Ravenwood is a really good team, and NBA really manhandled them. So I keep looking back at NBA. CPA, I'm really impressed with as well. Of course,
and without their coach.
Exactly. I mean, that people forget about that too, and he's still out there. So I don't think they're going to have him tonight either.
They're not. That's crazy.
Yeah, so pretty crazy. Obviously, you understand it from his perspective, but that tells you the type of culture and program that he's built at CPA. And so they've done a phenomenal job over there. But yeah, I mean, you had some big games last week. I feel like the schedule slows down a little bit in terms of in terms of just heat, in terms of the matchups we got. But always looking forward to a night of Friday night football, no doubt.
Starting at 6:00. Right, the same place that you're getting this, whether it be YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, you can find us
6:30.
At 6:30 tonight. Okay, so we'll start at 6:30.
So we're actually going to start at 6:30. We'll have about a 30-minute, pre-show preview of the biggest games of the night, and then we'll from 7 to 11 o'clock. We'll be giving you scoreboard updates, radio live look-ins, of course, reports. We'll get one from you. We'll get one from Maurice Patton as well. He was He did not call in last week, but he will be able to tonight. So looking forward to that.
Also,
and so a 6:30 start Friday Night Live tonight.
Also, Superman Billy is going to be doing 4 to 6 with George Plaster. He's going to turn around and knock the show out at 6:30 until all the way till 11. So he's putting the team on his back as well.
Just
learning from the best, Justin Kulik.
Carrying it around, man. Just if you need a chiropractor, let me know. I know a guy. So we'll
appreciate it. I'll have to hit him up.
Billy Derrick with us here on Mornings on Main Street. Billy, thanks for your time. We will hear from you again at 4 on the George Plaster Show and at 6:30 on Friday Night Live.
Yes, sir. Thanks for having me, guys.
See you, Billy.
Yes, sir. Justin, let's take a quick break. When we come back, we have our final segment of the week. We've got a lot to get to. Mrs. Cheap has some cool stuff going on. Also, find out what is National Day. What National Day is today? We'll tell you right after this on Mornings on Main Street. This is Main Street Media Television.
The high school football season is here, and nobody handles Friday nights better than Main Street Media. Here's Zach Womble with details.
That's the name of the game here at Main Street Media and Main Street Preps. Is we've been doing this for a long time now, and I think you hit on it. We've got an army of reporters across all of Middle Tennessee. I think there's about 130 schools in the Middle Tennessee area, and we try to cover all of them. We cover about 11, 12 counties at this point. And those Friday night shows, it's we're gonna show that off. We're gonna showcase the talent that we have on the field with reporters across several mid-state games on the weekly basis. So whether you're in Williamson County, whether you're in Giles County or Murray County or Montgomery or Robertson or anywhere in between, we're gonna have you covered from 6 to 11.
Friday Night Live is presented by the Tennessee Highway Safety Office, where fans don't let fans drive drunk.
Hi, this is Melissa Hoisington, Regional Crisis Director from Volunteer Behavioral Health. Disasters can affect everything in your life, including your emotional health. Help is available during these uncertain times. The Tennessee Recovery Project is a free, supportive resource for adults and children who have experienced the effects of natural or human-caused disasters. Specialists are available for counseling by phone or in person. For free, confidential service, please call 833-954-2424. The hotline is open 7 days a week, 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. Move forward with the help from the Tennessee Recovery Project.
Do you love bacon? I mean, do you really love bacon? Who doesn't, right? The 3rd Annual Murfreesboro Bacon Fest is coming up Saturday, September 10th. Admission and parking are free. The Bacon Festival will feature live music, food, and craft vendors. And did I say bacon? You can ride a mechanical hog ride. Visit the Kids Zone with free inflatables. There will also be hourly raffles with great prizes and an opportunity to purchase Bacon Festival merchandise. And did I say bacon? Yeah. There will even be a bacon eating contest. Visit the 3rd Annual Murfreesboro Bacon Festival Facebook page for all the details.
When you're thinking about golf, consider Riverside Golf Links. Under new ownership, the course has improved dramatically. It's now 27 holes, complemented by a 9-hole executive course. Book a tee time now at 615-847-5074 and get ready to enjoy the beauty of golf in the Old Hickory area at Riverside Golf Links.
Our final look at downtown Broadway, Nashville, Tennessee. Thank you guys for joining us here on Mornings on Main Street all week long. It's been a fantastic week, and I have been so happy to be with you. Got a fantastic week lined up for you. Next week on Monday, we'll have Shelby Lee Lowe in studio here in Columbia talking about his latest EP, The Fame Sessions, where he went down to Muscle Shoals and cut cut a little EP, and he'll be in here and he'll play a song or two for us in studio. So looking forward to that on Monday. But before we get to the final few things on our list, Justin, tell us one more time, what can we expect tonight? Friday Night Football weather and the rest of the day.
Will do. Thanks, Chris. Today's weather is brought to you by Roy Meat Service. Whether it be bologna sandwiches, ribs, mac and cheese, or an RC Cola, you'll be in heaven. Everyone on the staff is so nice and attentive. It's highly recommended by me and Chris and everybody here at Main Street Media, especially if you're going to barbecue at home, because they have raw meat to go. If you want to go barbecue with your friends or family, especially in this nice weather coming up. Tonight might be a little hazy, but it looks like it's going to clear. It's going to be clear. The low is 73. The high is 89. This evening, it's going to be about a 20% chance of rain. But leading up to that, it's only 15, and overnight it's only 8. So maybe it'll hold off. Hopefully it does for the Friday night clashings we have tonight.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. All right, Justin. Well, let's talk a little bit about what to do this weekend, as for those parents out there who are looking for something on the cheap end of, we were talking about thrifting. Yesterday was National Secondhand Clothing Day. Brentwood United Methodist Church is having a kids sale taking place at 309 Franklin Road. The sale expects about 300 consigners, which raises money for the church's missions, including Room in the Inn and Harvest Hands. You can check out bumckidsale.net for more information. That is happening today and tomorrow. Also happening today and tomorrow at the factory in Franklin, check out the Little Sprouts sales. More than 500 consigners and an estimated 75,000 items.
Ooh.
75,000 items.
I can't even wrap my head around that.
That's a lot. So in addition to the public sale dates, you can buy pre-sale tickets. Those are gone. Little details at littlesproutsale.com. Little Sprouts Sale, that's 2 S's right there, sproutsandSale.com. You can check that out. Otter Creek, their fall winter children's consignment sale will also take place the last full weekend of August, which is this weekend, in the gym of the church at 409 Franklin Road. So check that out as well. So plenty to get around, plenty to get to. Justin, we've had a great week, man. I'm looking forward to the weekend. So we've got
I'm ready.
Titans tomorrow. You going?
Yeah. Well, so I was gonna go. Me and my dad, we recently got season tickets,
right?
Which is so hype. But my dad has a buddy coming into town from California, where he's from. So he's gonna go with them to the game.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right. And finally, today's National Day. It is National Dog Day. And who doesn't love dogs? If you don't love dogs, you can just, go home.
Look at the boo.
National Dog Day. And
that's awesome.
Man's best friend, and also man's best friend. It's National Women's Equality Day.
There you go.
So, women, we're here for you. We want you to have equal opportunities. We are here for you.
Absolutely here for that.
So there you have it. That is Mornings on Main Street for this week. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. We'll be back on Monday, 10 o'clock, same time, same channels. Looking forward to it. Download Main Street Media TV onto your Roku, Fire Stick, or Apple TV and go watch this show or any other show we have. We have Devin O'Day coming up to you. We have an app now?
Yeah, so it's live. You can search Main Street Media Television on your iOS or Android. I think Android might be today, but definitely on your iPhones. Yeah.
There you go. If you've got an iPhone, download the app, Main Street Media TV. We're going to get out of here. Justin, have a good one, buddy. We'll see you Monday.
Absolutely. See y'all.